Good morning, good evening, good day. This is David Feldman-Makrias, and at the time of this recording, it's a special day. It's November 23rd, 2023, Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. So instead of recording the typical, digital marketing, Google Ads, attribution, all that great nerdy stuff, I wanted to take today to actually just do something a little bit different. I think that it's oftentimes easy to get lost in the holiday festivities, running from one place to another, trying to make food, so on and so forth. And at least for me, not speaking for others, it's pretty easy to get away from the purpose of this holiday, and that's to give thanks and recognize what we're grateful for. Something that I practice very often is the practice of gratitude. And it's funny because it's helped me change my perspective on a lot of things, and I know it can for others. And I think it's important to note, too, that not everything is going to go super smooth, right? And it's important to be grateful anyways, because if we can look at the grateful things or the good things that happen, no matter how small, big, what have you in our days, then we end up becoming a lot more perceptive to those good things that happen. And we don't let the things that are negative impact us too much, right? So with that, I wanted to take this time and I wanted to just go through a couple of the items that I'm thankful for because I think it's really important. And I'm going to start out with, I'll keep it a little bit work related. I'm going to start out with my team. I am super grateful for all of my team members. Without them, I wouldn't be anything. I'm just a floating head, recording somewhere. I mean, seriously, to depend on them to get the job done, to step in where needed, to answer client calls, to execute under pressure time and time and time again, to have the initiative, the intelligence, and the integrity. Every single person that I work with demonstrates this in some capacity or another. And that is a big part of my success. I like to say I stand on the shoulders of giants. And nothing is a non-collaborative effort. So very much appreciate my team. Couldn't do what I do without them and couldn't grow the way we're growing without them. I'm also grateful for my family unit. I got to come back last night and have dinner with my parents. And it was a great dinner, actually. It was really, really tasty stuff. We had clams, asparagus, and mashed potatoes, and it's simple, right? But, they've been my supporting staff for such a long time, and not everybody has that. So I'm super grateful for that, and I just want to appreciate it for as much as I possibly can. And if you guys have that too, then I would recommend you be grateful for that as well, because not everybody has that. So that's amazing. Another item, abundance of food this holiday. Not everybody has that either. Pumpkin pies and clams and asparagus and potatoes and turkeys and hams. I'm grateful to have the necessities of what it takes to just be alive and enjoy, right? That's really, really important. Another item that I'm grateful for is I was going to say this phone, but I don't know how grateful I am for this phone all the time. No, another item that I'm very grateful this holiday season is my ability to recognize when things don't go my way, but pursue and keep moving forward anyways. Because that's going to happen a lot, and it happens every single day. We have challenges, both personal and professional, every single day. And that part this is distracting. That part is going to happen regardless. But again, we need to find the silver linings. We need to find the little things that will help us and that will give that positive light. Because I've looked past on years of Thanksgivings, right? And each year I've been able to and been lucky to ascend and to grow and to thrive. And I've been sitting in this very room in past years thinking about, okay, what goals are we going to achieve this year? And, what can we be super thankful for? And how can we just keep moving forward and all of this good stuff? And it's when you look back on previous years, you realize how, especially when you're caught up in things, especially when you have a goal and a purpose, how quickly time goes. And it's important to take moments to slow it down and realize, okay, I'm okay where I'm at. Life is still pretty good. There's a lot of things that I enjoy every single day that I need to make sure I pay attention to and recognize. Because even though when we always have these goals, we're always chasing, right? It's like, oh, I have to do all of these things to get there. I have to send all these emails to get the client. I have to, go to all these meetings to make sure we hold business. I have to make all of these videos to make sure people watch it. But it's very easy to get caught up in that, like, okay, I need to keep chasing, or keep pursuing. But when you look back and you're in the same room and you go, wait a minute, it's okay. Life is still pretty good. Let me appreciate the journey. Let me appreciate the now. So I guess the long-winded answer to that whole spiel is appreciate the now. I'm grateful for appreciating where I'm at and the journey to get where I'd like to be. So, as in the Rhonda Burns, The Secret would say, thank you. Another point is I want to be grateful for, how do I put this? Something where I just realized it recently. It just kind of struck a chord for me. I was listening to an Alex Hormozy video. Great stuff Alex Hormozy posted out. But he posted out, and just one thing kind of stuck with me. And I've known this conceptually, but I don't know why it just clicked. But basically, use one marketing channel. That was the phrase he said that clicked. If you want to make your whatever first however many dollars, you got to use one marketing channel. And it's like I've been exploring a lot of different ones in my business, and it's like, okay, one marketing channel. Because if you split yourself too many ways, then you really just do a whole lot of nothing. And I've realized that too, even down to my YouTube app on my phone. When I go on YouTube, I'm hit with all of these different things because I subscribe to all these different channels and I want to consume all this different content. And you end up having a lot of interests. And I'm sure that others of you may go down the same thing. I have stuff about cars. I have stuff about business. I have stuff about wrestling. I have stuff about making YouTube videos. Stuff about relationships. I have stuff about family. Like, there's all these different subscriptions, right? So what I'm going to do, and I'm really grateful for this realization, what I'm going to do is, his advice, at least the business sense, was to focus on one marketing channel, right? And I think that makes a lot of sense. So what I'm going to do from a marketing perspective is do a better job at creating the most valuable content possible via one marketing channel. And this YouTube channel will be a big part of that. And having that mechanism, I think, will allow myself and my team to help give the best value possible moving forward. And even within the example of my YouTube app, I have a couple different YouTube profiles. So what I'm going to do as well, personally, so I can focus in, is I'm going to make a separate account that I'm primarily logged into and only have 1 or 2 subscriptions. And that's it. Because then, anytime I log on the app, I'm going to focus on those rather than all of the other stuff. It doesn't mean I won't get to all the other stuff at some point or another. I will. And it doesn't mean I can switch back and forth between the account to just kind of, see what's going on. But I think that will help a lot. Because what happens is, what do we like to do? It's like we have all this stimulus, all this social media, all this different content that we can create, and we end up trying to do all these different things. But what does that do? That eats up our number one resource, which is our time. So what I'm going to make a considered effort doing this year is to rein that back in and focus on less. Focus on less so I can have a better impact on that. And that way I can be a little bit more balanced, and I think that will yield better success. And if you think it from a marketing standpoint, it's going to lead to more saturation, more reach, so on and so forth, more concentrated approach. So I'm sure that anybody watching this has different subscriptions on YouTube or digital advertising channels or what have you, but I really recommend, what could you focus on? What things could you remove and focus on a certain other subset of things that's going to help you? If you had 3 things, back to Stephen Covey's, what is it? Ball exam? Is it the ball? No, big rocks. Big rocks. What are the big rocks that you need to do first? Do those, and then it'll be better, right? It'll be better. So I'm really grateful for that realization. I'm going to apply it to my personal life and business. And there's so much more I'm leaving out, but I'm going to leave you all with that. By the time you're watching this, it'll be Friday. But again, Thanksgiving, literally that giving of thanks, should not end once Thanksgiving is over. We should keep that perspective at the forefront of our minds at all times. So thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.